All right, today is the day.
Yeah.
Oh, so many people around.
Yeah, they're going to become, well, actually, they're not allowed. They're not allowed down here. Police have been blocking this place off since Monday. In prep for this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exciting stuff.
Copyright Amendment Bill.
That's right.
The 2014 version.
Yep.
Which has been in the Bills Committee until 2015 December. And
That's
today
right.
is the day.
Today is the day. And if you want to understand, you got to hear from Vincent Wong,
Founder of Solution on Wheels, and
Andrew Work, Harbor Times.
All right, welcome.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Today, they call it the Article 23 of the Internet. Article 23.
I mean, in most part of the world, when the word or when the digit 23 came up, most people will think about Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Fair enough. I was like...
And Kobe Bryant just announced he is retiring.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
but in Hong Kong, 23 is a completely different number.
Yeah, so Article 23 relates to security, and the copyright law, people are saying that under the guise of protecting copyright, we're just anti-piracy, they're going to use it to suppress political dissent on the Internet. So they're calling it the Article 23 of the Internet. What are we talking about? Hong Kong loves visual satire, right? If you want to see people making fun of politicians in Hong Kong, they love taking pre-existing material and amending it or adapting it. We wrote a big story about it in the Classic. It was the first Avengers movie poster done up with all the, they like changing the faces. They change the faces to C.Y. Leung and the various members of EXCO. Okay, fine. But people are concerned that this new law means that if somebody uses it for political satire, under the guise of protecting copyright, the government's going to bring the hammer down mainland China style on people.
I have to say, that was the worry.
That's the concern.
That was the worries. Back in 2011.
Yeah.
And back then, the government has to pull the bill out.
Yeah.
And then re-amend it.
Yeah.
Or amend it further.
Yes.
And so that right now, political satire is kept out from being sued.
Right. So Hong Kong, political satire has been very, very free because no legislation has been introduced. But here's the kicker. Hong Kong is continually blacklisted by other countries because we don't have intellectual property protection. And so whether it comes to people pirating DVDs, pirating music, pirate, we all, in Hong Kong,
and
it's
what
everywhere.
normally they call the OTT box. The
over
illegal, over-the-top
television
box.
Yeah.
Which you illegally receive a lot of TV programs, movies. And,
yes,
and the industry has been hurt badly.
Yes, and Hong Kong's, our let's not allies, our economic partners in a lot of places. They're still very upset with Hong Kong about the fact that we don't have a copyright.
Well, if you're a fan of Netflix in other parts of the world,
yes,
I mean you will know that Hong Kong does not have Netflix.
No Netflix
because you have OTT, because you have illegal box.
Yeah, basically that business is just completely rendered impossible by piracy. So there's an impetus to get a copyright bill, but again, these concerns that it will be used not to protect, digital copyright, but it'll be used as a tool of political suppression. And so that's what the government's been negotiating for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And it seems like they might have gotten the support for it. What we saw over the weekend was a protest against it. Only the most radical lawmakers are saying they will filibuster it, and someone who I can't believe is now considered moderate because people have gotten even more radical is Longhair. And now he was like coerced into making a statement. People surrounded him, were like,
strange.
Making him say that he would also filibuster it. But now he's like, oh, no, I always said I would, and now it's, okay, whatever. So today we'll see if that filibuster happens, but the government has kind of put their foot down and said, well, it's going to happen. A lot of the Pan-Dems are okay with it if they can get amendments they want.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. A few Pan-Democrats legislators introduced their version of amendments.
Yeah.
Which I think is way too late. I mean, they should talk about that during the Bills Committee.
Wow, we were writing about this like a year and a half ago.
Me too.
Check our website.
In our program.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this.
They should be doing this.
Yeah.
During the Bills Committee stage.
Yes.
I mean, right now, they put up an amendment. Chances are the pro-establishment would not let you pass because, as you know, if you don't know, we'll explain a little bit further. Legislators' private members' bill, or private members' amendment, needs to have both the geographical constituency and the functional constituencies pass, which is almost impossible.
Yeah, I know. That's a tall order.
Especially the functional constituency. But the original amendment introduced by the government, you do not have to separate two groups to vote. You just put everybody together, and,
yeah.
and just if it is more than half, it's fine. So
yes.
with the pro-establishment, it's clearly more than half. It's not 2/3 as a political reform package.
Yeah.
They will pass it.
So what are these exemptions that are probably not going to pass because of pro-establishment? Number one, UGC, user-generated content, right, which is basically anything created by social media, or, now here's the one that I find a little funny, blogs.
Oh, yeah.
What is a blog? I mean, like, so for example, Harbor Times, we have a newspaper license.
Yep.
We are considered a legitimate journalist endeavor. We get passes to LegCo. But the way that we publish our website, the technology that we use is WordPress, which is known as the world's biggest blog. But a lot of big media outlets use this so-called blog technology. So are we a blog, or are we, a news organization like Tsingtao? I don't know. So these things are a little fuzzy. The other type is the fair user principle, or the fair user doctrine, which means limited use of copyright material without permission, which the Democratic Party would probably be okay with. Right, and they're advocating for that amendment.
Yeah.
And then there's the open exception, which means really, it's basically gutting the law. And the localists and a lot of the netizen groups are asking for that.
You should have an exemption that basically opens to exempt everything.
Yes. Yeah. So
why don't you just void the law?
That's definitely not going to happen. But there has to be, and some people, the government is looking to say, well, we'll have exemptions like Australia and Britain, but there are a lot of people.
But
they're quite. Quite restrictive.
You know what? In all fairness,
yeah.
It's a new trend. When the new generation or
yeah.
the next generation has a much loose concept of piracy
yeah.
and copyright,
yeah.
they actually advocate for repealing all the copyright law. I mean, have you heard about the Privacy Party in Germany?
Oh yeah, the Pirate Party in Sweden?
Yeah, the Pirate Party.
Yes and no. Because here's the thing. The pendulum for a while swung completely against...
Yeah.
Everybody was pirating.
Yeah, they wrote into their party party statement.
Yes.
That they should repeal all forms of...
Copyright. No copyright, no piracy. Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, is that now
a few years back, it's been big. Like 3 to 5 years ago, it's really big.
But now, industry has caught up and figured out how to offer their wares in such a way that people actually pay for it. Like iTunes.
Yeah.
Not so many people, like younger people, rip off music anymore. They'll downstream things one at a time, but they won't actually download it and keep it because it just takes up too much memory. But they're happy to pay.
Yeah.
And that shift is coming. So that the pendulum seems to be swinging. But that being said,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That if you still stuck with the mindset of the Pirate Party, then probably chances are you are still stuck with the mindset 3 to 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yes. But bringing it back to Hong Kong, the issue here is not so much piracy. The issue here is political suppression. And I think the government would be wise, unless they want to repeat of 2011, unless they want to repeat of that. They would be wise to introduce some of these exemptions that the Democratic parties are asking for.
I don't think they will make an exemption like that. Especially, they don't want to give kudos to the Pan-Democrats right before the Legislative Council election next year.
That's part of it. And the second thing is that we have an administration that is hewing to a more repressive Beijing regime.
That's
true. They always want to have the option of the hammer.
Well, on the other hand,
always want to have that
on the other hand, I have a note of caution for all the Pan-Democrats out there. I mean, if you say no to the original amendment bill, I mean, regardless of whether the pro-establishment will pass it, just be careful that demonstration out here tonight can get pretty violent.
It could get out of hand.
Get pretty out of hand.
Could get out of hand. So,
and you would be blamed for that. The Pan-Democrats would be blamed for that. Because they say no.
That leads into a whole other discussion about whether or not that would work for or against them. But we're running a little bit long with the solutions and the work today.
Good work today, Andrew.
It is always great working with you. I'm going to be looking. I signed up on your Facebook. I've done it. Happy to follow you guys, and I hope you follow me back on our Facebook page.
Search for Harbor Times with the U, always with you, and Solution on Wheels. Without an S for solution, because we picked the best solution. So Solution on Wheels, search our Facebook, search our YouTube channels.
If you like this video, like it.
Yeah. we hope you like our good solution and good work too.
All right, good solutions, Vincent.
Cheers.